What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another chaotic lore video. I know it's been a while, and I want to say first and foremost, happy Thanksgiving. At the time I'm recording this, it's Thanksgiving Day, and I think it's thoroughly appropriate to go over the new chaotic lore of the PeytonicMaster himself, Peyton Touhey. Now, just a quick side note, if you like these videos, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff to Talkative Carl on YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. And if you want to further support the channel, please check out my Patreon. That's patreon.com/talkativecarl if you want future videos like this. Anyway, let's begin. Peyton Touhey, codename PeytonicMaster. His age is somewhere between 15 through 19, and his first appearance is episode 1, Welcome to Chaotic Part 1, as a background character, and made a full appearance in episode 3, The Unexpected. Peyton is one of the main characters of Chaotic. He's best friends with Tom, Cass, and Sarah. Peyton has brown shaggy hair, green eyes. He wears a yellow t-shirt underneath an open short sleeve green and gray jacket, blue shorts, and blue sneakers. Peyton is on the larger side compared to his friends. And just for a side note, I personally like plus-size characters represented in media in a positive light, like Peyton. It just makes it better and more authentic. Peyton used a yellow scanner representing the MIPEDIAN tribe, his favorite tribe. Little is known about Peyton's personal life outside of Chaotic. What we do know is he is in episode 31, Firefighters. We get a peek into his bedroom. There's a lot of Chaotic merch, a guitar, but whether or not he's musically gifted is unknown. He's a skateboarder, and Peyton loves listening to rock music, especially the rock musician Eddie X, Chaoticname Noisemaker. So his interest is standard for a boy his age. Unlike his friends, who has one inside man in Param to give them the hookups on scans, Peyton has a few because he's so friendly and outgoing. Peyton works with Cialdo, Tian, Zaid, and Malvadine, to name a few. When Tom first battled Peyton, he didn't realize Peyton wasn't bragging about his moves. Peyton was teaching Tom. And he never would do so if he thought Tom was an enemy. In his own words, "That's not my style, bro." Peyton speaks in a slang mostly. He can look, talk, and act funny while not caring how others think. His quirky attitude has gotten him a lot of friends in Chaotic and Param. When he's not battling, Peyton can usually be found either in Param or the Port Court because he loves to eat. He even likes eating unique food. Despite his goofy and unorthodox nature, Peyton is known to be one of the best Chaotic coaches. Peyton primarily is a MIPEDIAN player, but he does like playing as any freaky looking creatures for the experience and to feel their vibes. Like I said before, Peyton is a MIPEDIAN player. His deck primarily consists of Ario, Blasvitan, Malvadine, Marcus Darini, Prince Modino, Cialdo, Tien, and Zaid. Some other tribes he likes using is Interest, Scythia, Wama, and Erictab. The music he usually uses: Fanfare of the Vanishing, Notes of Neverwhere, Song of Recovery, and Tune of Zerium. The battle gear he usually uses: MIPEDIAN Cactus, Flux Bobble, Liquidizer, and the Pyro Blaster. Some locations: Everrain, MIPEDIM Oasis, POURIL Forest, and the Riverlands. Like before, Peyton is best friends with Tom, Sarah, and Cass. He's also friends with the MIPEDIANs Cialdo and Tien. His enemies consist of Cristela and Clay and the Marillions. At the start of this series, Peyton meets Tom in Tom's second chaotic battle. Tom was so put off by Peyton's unorthodox way of battling, he didn't realize Peyton was teaching him how to handle the unexpected in chaotic battles. Peyton, along with Sarah, assisted in the rescue of Tom, Cass, Reggie, Maxor, and Frofto against the MIPEDIANs. After these events, Tom refuses to believe there is anything good when it comes to the MIPEDIANs. Peyton then takes Tom to meet his MIPEDIAN friends to teach Tom there's good and bad in everyone. They met up with the MIPEDIAN Tien. He tells Tom to scan him to better understand the MIPEDIAN tribe. Upon being attacked by the overworlder Slurk, Tien sacrifices himself to save Tom and Peyton. Tom uses Tien in his next chaotic match and won. Because of what Tien did for him, Tom learned to overcome his prejudices. During a trip to Momark's lab in the overworld, Peyton, Tom, and Cass accidentally releases STELGAR, one of Momark's experimental creatures. Peyton becomes attached to STELGAR and gets concerned of his well-being upon learning Momark intends to destroy the creature before he destroys Param. Peyton tricks the creature Attila into destroying a dam, allowing the rushing water to sweep STELGAR into the waves. Everyone assumes STELGAR is dead, but we later find out he ends up in the underworld and discovered by Rothar. By the end of season 1, Peyton and Sarah witness the falling out between Tom and Cass. Cass accuses Tom of cheating in their match. Codemaster Krellin bans Tom from future battles until the Codemasters do a thorough investigation. Peyton and Sarah sadly had to watch as Tom run away to Param. However, they were pleased to discover this was all a ruse for Tom to infiltrate a group of rogue chaotic players and stop them from destroying rare locations. This was planned out by the Codemasters themselves. In season 2, Peyton is ecstatic to learn he's battling in a chaotic match against his favorite musical artist, Eddie X, chaotic codename Noisemaker. Not wanting Peyton to take it easy on him, Eddie makes a deal with Peyton. If he beats Eddie's Screamer card, Peyton gets backstage passes to his next concert. Peyton wins and brings Sarah, even though she's not a rock fan. While on a scan quest to the Kurvok Mound near Skeletal Spring, Peyton and Sarah was caught in his time-altering effects. While Peyton aged up to an old man, Sarah aged down to a toddler. With the assistance of Tom and Cass, they managed to save Sarah from the prehistoric parent creatures and port back to Chaotic to their right ages. After witnessing the Chaotic player named Connor using a new MIPEDIAN called a war beast, Blasvatan, Peyton traded 20 copies of any cards Connor wants. However, this was all a scam designed by Crystalline Clay. But Connor dropped a tip about needing a conjurer to properly control a war beast in a match. Peyton and Cass met up with a MIPEDIAN named Fifarf, and he regaled them the tale of the origins of conjurers and war beasts. At first, conjurers created the war beasts in order to protect the MIPEDIANs and conquer their enemies. But the MIPEDIAN royals realized they were too strong to be controlled. Once defeated, time passed, and one day the Underworlders invaded MIPEDIAN territory. A young MIPEDIAN named Aldomo managed to not only summon a war beast, but better control them. Later, he taught other MIPEDIANs the ways of a conjurer, but the new conjurers were afraid the MIPEDIAN nobles might do them harm because of the raw power they wielded. They chose to live apart from their tribe until they are needed. Fifarf revealed he was a conjurer. Peyton then challenges Clay to a match, Conjurer Warbeast against Conjurer Warbeast. Peyton wins by using music to remove his own Warbeast's ability that also contained recklessness. This made it easy for Peyton to wield Blasvatan with his raw power. After a trip to Ice Pillar, Sarah and Cass tell Peyton and Tom about the new creature the Underworlders found named Falfor. While Tom and Sarah test out Falfor in the Betadrome, Peyton and Cass go to Kaor's castle to try and get another scan of Falfor. They hear Falfor explain about his lost tribe, the Marillions. According to Falfor, the Marillions locked themselves away behind the doors of the deep mines with the sought after Kothika. But this turns out to be a lie, and Falfor attacks Kaor. He then goes to Lord Von Blut and convinces him to lead the charge to the deep mines. This allows Falfor to mind control the gatekeepers and release the Marillions. One morning, Peyton receives a call from the Codemaster Hotek about potentially becoming a Codemaster apprentice. To prove himself, Peyton has to go to Saikum City, which is behind the doors of the deep mines, to get scans of battle gear, alluring bait, minions free song music, the location Saikum Manus Chamber, and a Marillion chieftain. But this turns out to be a ruse by Clay to trick Peyton into risking everything and going to Marillion territory and getting rare scans. Tom exposes the deception before Peyton can give up the scans. Peyton, however, thanked Clay for pushing him into going because he would have otherwise been too scared to go. On a scan quest on top of a MIPEDIAN outpost, Peyton and Sarah are ambushed by a MIPEDIAN ghost. The ghost kidnaps Sarah, and Peyton enlists the help from Tom, Cass, and subjects MIPEDIAN troops. The ghost turns out to be part of the Warriors of Wakey, a small group of ancient MIPEDIAN tribesmen made of stone. This is why the ghost took Sarah in order to help release them from their stone prison. The battle between the Marillions is reaching its apex, and the transport system to POURIL has been shut down by the Codemasters for the safety of the players. Peyton, Tom, and Sarah stay to try and help the Tribal Alliance any way they can. They help Nadra uncover that Tartarak is a sleeper agent for the Marillions to sabotage the Alliance. Later, the Marillion leader Aun releases a mind wave controlling most of the overworld, including Peyton, Tom, and Sarah. Thanks to Cass using a Psych Sphere grenade, he releases them. Once Aun was defeated by Maxor, KR, and POURIL, anyone who was mind controlled was free. Peyton and his friends watch as the Tribal Alliance beat back the remaining Marillions and win the war. In Season 3, Peyton and Cass join the POURIL race to be part of chaotic history. This race is meant to celebrate the unification of the tribes and the defeat of the Marillions. Despite the other racers trying to cheat and win for their tribe, Peyton still powers through with the Komogo vehicle. Thanks to a MIPEDIAN, they cast a music assuming Peyton and Cass was a MIPEDIAN. They switched places in an underworld vehicle, causing Peyton and Cass to win the race. After Tom won his Codemaster match with Hotech, he won a DRANAKIS threshold location. With the help of Peyton singing the notes to the music Hotech used that didn't do anything, it was a clue of how to unlock the portal to past POURIL. Once they arrive, they are shocked to learn that the founder of Kuru City, Kuru, is KR's ancestor and leader of the overworlders of that time. Sometime later, Peyton and Sarah explore other parts of ancient POURIL. They meet Ajara and other ancient MIPEDIANs. The duo realizes there was a time before MIPEDIAN OASIS was MIPEDIAN Forest. Ajara was searching for the source of the drought the MIPEDIAN territory was experiencing. Peyton, Sarah, and Ajara fell into a sinkhole and discovered ancient Danians building their first hive. They were diverting MIPEDIAN water source to filter it to the hive underground. This was the beginning of the MIPEDIAN-Danian War. Back on Earth, Peyton was hanging out in his neighborhood until some men in black kidnaps him, and Peyton meets Agent Chambers and her other agents who are part of a peace organization who wants Peyton's help in getting a counterfeiter named Roderick Worthington to join their organization. Worthington would only agree to do this if Peyton plays him in a chaotic match. After the match, Peyton reveals that Worthington used forged cards during the game. This adventure, however, turns out to be Peyton's fanfiction story for a contest. Once the secret to DRANAKIS threshold got out, more chaotic players started showing up, including Clay and Cristela. In order to get the rare scans for themselves, they enlist the help of an imprisoned Von Blue in getting to the portal of the past to allow Blue to take over ancient POURIL. Peyton and his friends were there to witness Nadran and other creatures destroy the threshold to prevent Von Blue's plan. Peyton and his friends was witness to the funeral of Tengith Toborn. Many chaotic players and many tribes of POURIL was there to honor Toborn's sacrifice that saved all of POURIL from being flooded by the Marillions. And that's the story of Peyton Touhey, aka PeytonicMaster. If you like these chaotic lore videos, please leave a comment below of any character or creature that I haven't covered so far that you want a video about. I will get right to it and make a video for you guys. And until next time, take care, happy Thanksgiving, and be safe, be well. I'll see you next time for more chaotic lore. Peace.